Buckle up because the world of racing and politics is moving fast, and we have the stories you need to know right now. We are kicking things off with the latest on Marc Marquez and Ducati because a contract renewal is officially on the table. While he is set to stay in the fold, reports confirm he will not be the highest-paid rider on the grid, and we have the breakdown on why this deal is making headlines everywhere.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Things took a serious turn for Aleix Espargaro following his brutal crash at Sepang. The veteran rider has officially gone under the knife for a marathon surgery lasting more than 6 hours to repair the damage. We are tracking his recovery process and what this major medical procedure means for his immediate racing future. The legend himself, Valentino Rossi, is making waves for his high praise of young talent Senna Agius. After a recent visit to the famous VR46 ranch, Rossi did not hold back, calling Agius super impressive on the track. You will want to hear exactly what the doctor thinks makes this rising star a name to watch for the seasons ahead. Finally, the legal battle over the massive $400 million ballroom construction for President Donald Trump has taken a major turn. An appeals court has ruled that all work on the project can move forward for now, delivering a temporary victory for the president as he pushes to complete this ambitious build. Stay ahead of the curve by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wonder what it takes to land a factory seat on the fastest bike in MotoGP? Well, the plot is thickening between Marc Marquez and Ducati, and the rumors are flying faster than a Desmos decide down the straight. We're hearing that a contract renewal is inches away from the finish line, but there's a massive catch that's shaking up the paddock. Marc isn't just looking for the biggest paycheck. In fact, he won't be the highest-paid rider on the grid. Think about that for a second. For an 8-time world champion, this is a clear signal that the hunger for another title has completely eclipsed the desire for a massive salary. It's a calculated risk, signaling that he's betting his legacy on the engineering brilliance of Jiggy Dalagna rather than a heavy bank account. This move speaks volumes about his confidence. He knows that if he can conquer the world on the Ducati, his market value will skyrocket regardless of the base salary. It's a masterclass in long-term strategy, prioritizing the machine that gives him the best shot at gold over a quick cash grab. So, is Marc playing a game of chess while everyone else is playing checkers? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know if you think this gamble will pay off with another championship trophy. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more MotoGP insights because, at this level, the real race happens behind the scenes. Ever wonder what a MotoGP rider goes through when the cameras stop rolling and the adrenaline fades? Aleix Espargaro just reminded us that behind the glamour and the podiums, this sport extracts a brutal toll. Following that terrifying crash at Sepang, we've learned that the Aprilia veteran had to endure a grueling 6-hour surgery to repair the damage. It is a sobering reminder that every time these guys lean into a corner at 200 miles per hour, they are essentially dancing on the edge of a knife. The sheer duration of the operation speaks volumes about the complexity of the injuries sustained. And while we often talk about bike specs and championship points, moments like this ground us in the reality of the physical sacrifice these athletes make every single weekend. It's not just about the skill required to ride. It's about the incredible resilience it takes to rebuild a body shattered by the asphalt. We are sending all our best to Aleix for a speedy recovery, because the grid simply isn't the same without his grit and experience. If you're a fan of the sheer heart these riders display, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest updates from the paddock. At the end of the day, speed is temporary, but the mark this sport leaves on these riders lasts forever. Have you ever wondered what happens when a living legend decides to mentor the next generation of speed demons? Well, we just got a glimpse into the inner sanctum of Valentino Rossi's famous ranch, and the results are turning heads. The legendary doctor himself recently opened his doors to Moto2 rising star Senna Agius, and let's just say, the praise coming from Rossi isn't handed out lightly. Rossi described Agius's performance as super impressive, a high-octane endorsement that carries immense weight in the world of professional racing. It's not just about the raw speed. It's about that rare spark of talent that catches the eye of the greatest rider to ever grace the track. Watching a veteran like Rossi recognize that potential reminds us exactly why the sport of MotoGP stays so addictively competitive. It's a passing of the torch moment that leaves us wondering, could Agius be the one to carry forward that legacy of dominance? If you enjoyed this update on the next generation of racing royalty, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the paddock. Because in racing, the only thing more thrilling than the race itself is watching the future arrive in real time. Ever wondered how a massive $400 million ballroom ends up at the center of a high-stakes legal tug-of-war? It sounds like something out of a political thriller, but for former President Trump, it is reality. Late Friday, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit dropped a bombshell decision, ruling that construction on his ambitious 90,000-square-foot ballroom project can resume in full. This is a significant, if temporary, win for the former president, who has been racing to get the project off the ground. For months, U.S. District Judge Richard Leon, a George W. Bush appointee, has been acting as a major roadblock, repeatedly halting work on the site. Leon has consistently argued that the project lacks the necessary congressional approval to proceed, but the Trump administration isn't backing down. They are pushing back hard, citing executive authority and, more importantly, national security. And here is where it gets interesting. This isn't just about fancy events. The plans actually include a military-grade bunker designed to replace the one lost when the old East Wing was demolished. While Judge Leon was willing to greenlight the underground, top-secret excavation work, including the bunkers, medical facilities, and bomb shelters, he drew a hard line at the above-ground construction, claiming the administration hasn't proven its necessity. The appeals court has now essentially put a pause on that restriction, allowing the saws and drills to keep moving until at least June 5th, when the next round of oral arguments takes place. But the ballroom is only half the story. While the legal drama unfolds, another one of Trump's massive visions is gaining momentum. The Commission of Fine Arts just gave the initial green light for the Independence Arch, a staggering 250-foot structure slated for a traffic circle near Arlington National Cemetery. To put that in perspective, this would tower over Paris's iconic Arc de Triomphe, which stands at just 164 feet. It seems Trump is looking to leave a monumental footprint on the D.C. skyline, whether the courts agree or not. What do you think about these ambitious infrastructure plans? Are they a vital addition to the nation's capital or a step too far? Hit that subscribe button to stay updated as this story develops, because one thing is certain. When it comes to these projects, the drama is only just beginning.